Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and to a favourites video. I've not done a favourites video in a few months and I asked on a poll, would you guys like to see what I've been loving recently over the last couple of months, and it was a yes. So I'm just going to get started. I have a category of home, a category of fashion, snacks, which I'm going to end on, which is my fave, and then I have one beauty product and a hair care product as well to share. So I'm going to start off with the fashion pieces, and the first thing I have to talk about are these pajamas. Now I love linen pajamas, especially in the warmer months, because I feel like they're just so much more breathable. And I've had a fringe put in, guys. I don't think I've mentioned, in fact I definitely haven't. You can definitely see when my hair's tied up that there is a fringe that has been put in, and I'm really liking it. I feel like it just frames my face a little bit better, and I think it's that nice transition before I take the plunge and do a full fringe, which is something I'm definitely thinking about. But anyway, side note. But yeah, these are the pajamas that I picked up, and it's this gorgeous little linen stripy set. There's something quite circus-like about these. I just love them so much. You guys know how much I love a green and pink combination. Now it is a crossback, which is why they're a little bit difficult to kind of hold up. But if you notice on the bottom, they have this gorgeous pink scalloped edging, which I'm hoping the camera will let you focus on. It's so lovely. And I just love them. They're by Chelsea Peers, and they come with the matching trousers, which are just like a nice elasticated waist, and then they also have that hem on the bottom, which is scalloped with the pink embroidery, and I just love them so much. I've only actually worn them a couple of times, sorry, just because I've literally only just got them, really like them, so I thought I would give those a little bit of a shout out, and I will provide a link below. The next thing is also a linen find. Now this is something that I wore for my birthday, and I don't know if it's the memories attached to it or the pop of colour, this kind of papaya bright apricot, and I just love it so much. It's this cami with the square neckline. This is from Mango. I wore this when I went on a recent birthday trip to York, and I just loved it. It's so beautiful. It's a little bit big on me in terms of the top part. I guess this is because this is the smallest part of me, and often tops do look a little bit baggy, but I love it. It's by Mango. You have this gorgeous kind of buttons going down the bottom, so you could totally wear this formally, and you can casual it up like I did with my barrel jeans, which I'm actually wearing at the moment. I feel like I've not really switched between these and my Calvin Kleins for the past year. These are by Free People, and I really like the shape of them, but when I don't want a barrel leg, I'm in my Calvin Kleins. But anyway, I love this top. I just really like it. It brings me a lot of joy, and again, those lovely memories attached. Then I have my Barber flap cap. So I'm pretty much looking to autumn now. Even though it's beautifully sunny today and I live for the summer, I'm such a summer baby, I do like to pick up a few autumn pieces as I go, and I'm just about to have my, I'll do it myself actually, to re-wax my Barber jacket. In fact, you might be able to see just here, there was a little pop of wax that I got from the barber shop. When I went in there to get that, I saw this flat cap and I loved it, and I don't know if I'm the type of girl that can pull off a flat cap, but I liked it, and I thought with my Barber jacket and my hunter wellies, when I'm going on walks on a Sunday, about to go for a roast or come back home to a crumble, this looks really cool. I just really like it. It gives me kind of Coraline vibes, and I'm all about that. It's just the standard kind of checkered heritage type of print, and Andy really likes this as well, as does Layla. We all love it, so we all kind of just wear it. It's just brought us all a lot of joy, so I had to mention that because it's just quite funny. I think that is all the fashion pieces apart from a bag and a pair of shoes. So I'm gonna say, before I even show you these shoes are Marmite. Not everyone will like them. I have wanted a pair of boat shoes for a while, but I've just been so choosy in particular about the style. I came across these in Marks and Spencer's and I tried them on and I just loved them. They're like a leather, like a real leather, and obviously in that kind of suede finish, and it's just, yeah, a classic boat slip on. I wear these with my Calvin Klein jeans, an Aran knit, a big bag, and I go walking and go shopping and go to the farmer's market, and I just feel like I've entered that phase in my life where comfort overrides everything else. I just like them. They're very stylish. You might not think so. You might think they're quite mature, but actually with the right outfit and the right accessories and the right situation, these are very, very cool, but they're also very functional. And I just really like them. Again, I know they're not going to be for everybody. I'm 40 next year, so I'm well aware of the fact that I'm not a tiny, tiny spring chicken. But they are something that my mum would wear. But there is something about them that's quite charming and quite, I don't know, walking around how I imagine somewhere like Salem in an Aran knit and jeans with my baguette and my fresh veg from the farmer's market and my apothecary oils. Kind of like what you'd see in Practical Magic. Let's say that. I just really like them. Maybe with like a nice dress as well, a skirt, shorts. I have worn them with my white shorts in a little cami and they just look so chic, very J. Crew, and I really like them. Again, not for everybody. But speaking of bags, I bought this bag recently on a trip to York and I just fell in love with it. And I got it from this really wacky homeware shop that I saw this print and it's a bit of me, this. Like you guys can see, it's that floral, the big orange flower on the front. This is by 100 Stars and it's just the prettiest canvas, not canvas, but like cotton bag. I love it. I can fit so much in here and it's really massive and I just kind of go about my day. Everything fits in. It's super stylish, really different and very autumnal actually. The print is very autumnal and I think it's going to be perfect, especially come kind of autumn winter season. But just look at that. And again, you have this beautiful little tag on the front with the brand name. Very, very pretty. I think I paid £30 for this, so probably not the cheapest in terms of a kind of bag for life type situation. But I just love the colours. I thought if that's not a bit of me, it actually really reminds me of the Liberty print mask I used to wear in lockdown. Does anyone remember that? I still have that mask and yeah, it just reminded me of it and I loved the colours, so I had to give that a bit of a shout out. And then I think that's all the fashion bits. I'm going to get onto a bit of kind of techie stuff and then we'll go into beauty and home. So the first techie thing I have to mention is my ring. This is my Ultra Human ring. I've been wearing it for the best part of, I would say at least kind of 8 weeks now I've been wearing this. So I have a lot of interesting data that's come through. I track my steps, I track my workouts, I track my sleep, I track my cycle. Everything is tracked through this. I also have an Apple Watch, which everything just syncs up seamlessly and I really like it. This is something that I will do an in-depth review on it independently, just because I feel like there's so much to talk about with this ring. And obviously if you're thinking about getting a smart ring, you want to really know the facts. You don't just want to know what my opinion is, because obviously it's very personal to me. But I do like it. I like how it looks as well, and I like the data it pulls through. It's really interesting, especially when it comes to sleep and my cycle. I've learned a lot about my body. I've learned a lot about what works well for me, and I just think it's really intuitive. And yeah, I guess the data is the interesting thing on this for me, and it's just made me address my choices. It's made me think about my sleep patterns, my habits, and it's just overall improved my health and wellness. And yeah, I would definitely recommend a smart ring if you're thinking about one, and in particular the Ultra Human ring, because it's all I have experience with and I've really enjoyed it. I will most likely have a link and a discount code, which will be in the description below. Next, I have a bit of a treat, if I'm honest. So these were a birthday present from Andy, and I finally got my hands on the AirPods Pro Max. So these are the Apple headphones that go over the head, and I love these headphones so much. For me, these make so much sense to me on so many levels. So I go into the office a couple of days a week, and a lot of my day is on meetings, and sometimes I can't book a room and I'm sat at my desk taking meetings, and there are people sat next to me having their own meetings and conversations. And what I love about these is they have noise control, like noise cancelling. They are so good. They have 3 different modes. They have regular, transparent and noise cancelling. I have them on transparent because I'm so afraid to be knocked over by a car when I'm walking, because you literally can't hear anything. But these have leveled up my audio game significantly. I love them. They're really comfortable, they're really stylish, they're not too heavy, they don't kind of push my ears in, because that's my big gripe with over-the-head headphones, is when you have to wear them for extended periods of time, for example on a flight, or if you're in the office all day, it can get a bit too much. These are super comfortable and the charge really lasts as well, which is great. I got them in the Starlight, and I just really like them. They are expensive, I'm not gonna lie. Like, my brother was asking me if they're worth the money, and I said, you know, are any headphones worth £500? I don't know. All I know is these are amazing. They work really well for me and they make a lot of sense. I think if I was just listening to music and podcasts and watching YouTube videos, I would find it quite difficult to justify. But the fact that I use these so much for work as well, and for taking meetings and for editing my videos, it has pushed it over to, yeah, for me these are pretty decent, and I really enjoy using them, and they've made my life easier. And I'm a type of person that, obviously I've got long hair, so when I had my old AirPods in that are in ear, which I've given to Andy now, and then I had my hair, people would come over and chat to me, and I was on a meeting, and even though I could just go, you're on a meeting and it's fine, I'm one of those people that I really do get a second-hand embarrassment for people. Like, I really empathise if someone comes over and they just don't realise you're on a meeting. And I find it so awkward. So having these on, it's unmistakable. I'm either taking a call or I've got my headphones on and I can't hear what you're saying, so you're going to have to give me a tap or something like that. Really like them. Would recommend, but again, I appreciate they're a little bit on the spenny side, but I really do enjoy them. Homey bits. Get Your Shit Together coffee table book. I got this for Mother's Day and I've just been flipping through it, and honestly it's one of those books that just brings me so much joy. The illustrations in here, the quotes, things to bear in mind, it's just a bit of me and I really like it. Layla loves flipping through this as well, and honestly when you have guests and they're just waiting for you to kind of get your coat on, get ready if you're heading out, I've seen so many people just flipping through this smiling when it's just been sat on my coffee table, and we just love it. The illustrations are really bright, it looks great as well, it really suits the vibe of my living room. And this is by David Shrigley, and I got this from, where did I get it from? I got it from Utility in Manchester, but you can get it for significantly less if you go to Amazon. That's all I'm gonna say. The next thing I have is my little coffee cup. This is so gorgeous. For me, normally a lot of my china is either Le Creuset, Emma Bridgewater, or it's kind of very earth toned pieces, stuff that you'd see made in a ceramic store, because often it is. I get it from Etsy and places like that. I get them independently made. Where I got my bag from, they also had this beautiful kind of ceramic studio section, and I saw this coffee cup and there was a woman looking at this, and I loved the texture, I loved how it looked, but there was only one of them, and I was like just watching in case she put it down. I was watching for a good few minutes. Eventually she pops it down and I thought, right, that is coming home with me. And I picked it up, saw the price, and I was like, that is coming home with me. And I also picked up this tiny little espresso cup as well, from the same store but not the same brand, that I love, that you might have seen in my What I Eat in a Days. I'm sure you'll see it throughout a vlog or something like that, but it's the teeniest little cup and it kind of looks like this gave birth to it. It's so wacky, wonderful and colourful. But yeah, I love this. It's kind of like a purpley brown silver, and there's just something about this that really screams out to me. And again, I just loved it. I knew this was going to come home with me if she put it down. Like, I just knew it was meant to be mine, and I got it, so I was very happy about that. You guys will know, actually I don't know if you know, I'm not wearing makeup at the moment. You can probably tell. I'm just not in that makeup era. Like, I'll wear it if I'm going into the office, I'll wear it if I'm going out and about. I might put a bit of concealer on, a bit of mascara, a bit of bronzer, but on my days off, which is today, and also I'm vlogging this week as well, I don't tend to wear makeup unless I have to, unless I'm going somewhere, just because I like to give my skin a chance to breathe. And also I'm a lot more confident in my skin, and I just don't feel the need. I just can't be bothered, if I'm completely honest. But there are a few bits and bobs that I've been enjoying. The first of which is something that I got for my birthday, and I don't think I would have picked this up, so it's a nice find actually. My mum got me this, and it's a Too Faced Better Than Sex waterproof mascara. I love the packaging of this because it looks wet on the top. It kind of looks, let me see if I can show you, kind of see little puddles. I really like this. It's not something that I wear on the daily. I still wear my NARS every day, but when I'm going on a night out, I wear this, and it's really impactful. If you really want that dramatic eyelash look, this is actually really, really good. And it doesn't kind of come off under my eyes, which I quite like, and it's not clumpy. It goes on nice and easily, which is surprising given it's such a thick wand. And yeah, I really like it. that was worth a shout out. Another thing is something that I've been using for my hair. I've been using this for years and I don't think I've ever shouted out about it, and it's the Joico Blonde Life Brightening Veil. So this is kind of like a UV protection, heat protection, and just overall wellness products for your hair in one. And even though my hair is kind of blondie brown, it's not really bright blonde, it does add a lot of highlight and a lot of shimmer to this and a lot of sheen, and I just really like it. In fact, I need to buy more of this, especially for me who has a very dry do. This really does help. I mean, at the moment this has actually been, because I had my fringe put in yesterday, this hair has been styled for me by my stylist Ruby. It would never look this chic normally, it would never look this styled normally. You guys see my hair, but I really do like that spray. And then the final beauty product I have is a Nails Ink nail varnish. Now this isn't a colour specifically, it's a clear nail varnish, but you have these little golden stars put in it. I've been wearing this for years as well, and it's one of the only nail polishes that's quite gimmicky that I go out and repurchase. I don't think that's focusing. Can you see? You've got these little stars running through, and I just love this so much. You can see on the back there, that's kind of what it looks like. Often I'll wear this just on its own with maybe like an iridescent French underneath, or I'll wear a really dark maroon purple, like really dark purple, not even a maroon actually, more like a dark black purple, and I'll put these on top and it'll look quite Halloweeny, quite autumny, and I just love it. I just really enjoy wearing this. So yeah, that is all my beauty products. I'm going to move on to snacks now. So finally we're going to end on snacks, and it's the best bit if I'm honest. So the first thing, and again this is something I've loved for a while, is the blonde fudge bites. These are a creamy fudge centre enrobed in milk and then blonde chocolate. If that doesn't sound like a bit of me, I don't know what does. Andy and I love these so much, and we pick them up quite frequently actually, not too frequently to kind of get bored of them, but yeah, they're just these little, normally they are fully encased. I've just took out one and the tops come off, but one of the best chocolates that M&S do, if I'm honest. So yeah, we love those. The next thing I have is a whipped creamy Barber's cheddar dip. I saw this on their Instagram and went straight to get it, and I've been munching on it ever since, and I absolutely love it. This is a new one that I'm about to open today and have a bit with my lunch, and it's just delicious. It's just like a creamy dip, and I have it with these, which are another favourite of mine, and this is the hand-cooked lightly sea salted crisps. These together, game changing. Perfect if you're sat reading a book in the garden and you just want something to nibble on. Perfect for just if you're watching a film and you want something to nibble on. The combination of saltiness and the creaminess, but the sharpness of the cheddar, you really do have to try it. It is delicious. And that, guys, is everything that I've been loving recently. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Leave a comment, let me know what you think, and I'll see you hopefully very soon with a new vlog. I am vlogging this week, so please stay tuned for that. I hope you're all excited, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.